Good morning. This is the video for the 7-1 to 7-3, 7-1 to 7-4 review worksheet. Okay? So in the first two problems, you have to draw the triangle. So we're going to draw triangle PQR. The first thing we're going to do is draw the triangle for PQR. Okay, for problem number 1. Here's P, here's Q, and here's R. So it says P is 5x, so I'm going to put a 5x right there. It says Q is 7x, I'm going to put a 7x right there. And R is 8x minus 10, so I'm going to put a dot in a circle and write 8x minus 10. So we rely on the triangle sum being 180, so I get 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 8 is 20, so 20x minus 10 equals 180. And if I solve for x, I get 9.5. Okay? So 9.5 is what I get for x. Now when I substitute x here, here, and here, I get these three angles. I get 47.5, 66.5, 47.5, 66.5, and I believe it was 80 or 66. Okay, so that's what we get when we substitute x equals 9.5 into this, and this x. Problem number 2 says we have an exterior angle at R. So I'm going to draw the exterior angle at R. So I put P up here again and Q here. Now, P is 8x in this problem. Q is 7x in this problem. And the exterior angle at R is 2 times x plus 65. So we apply the exterior angle theorem that says the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So I get 15x from these two equals, I'm going to distribute this to 2x plus 130. So if I solve this equation, I get x equals 10. And if I substitute it back in here, I get 70 and 80. So 70 and 80 for those angles, 70 degrees and 80 degrees. Now that's 150. And so the other angle is 30 degrees. That's how we do that. Now problem number 3 says the exterior angle is 3 times the angle S. So if x is represented by x, the exterior angle is 3x, okay? So the equation from the facts here is 3x is equal to x plus 80. So here, x equals 40. So this angle is 40. This angle is 80, that's 120. Now that makes this angle 120. And this angle 60. Okay, so there we go. There's how you apply a couple of theorems that we talked about. All right, this problem is a little complicated, but not impossible. We have AB is parallel to CD, so we have AB parallel to CD. And then we also have CE is parallel to FB. Now, in order to figure out problem number angle 1, okay, angle 1 is going to be a little tricky at first because we have to figure out maybe angle 7 first or angle 6 first, okay? Now, the way to do that is to, let's see, well, we're going to take a look at this angle that's 44 degrees. okay? So this angle that's 44 degrees right here is the alternate interior angle to this one. Those are alternate interior angles because the red is the transversal and the blue are parallel. So this angle here is 44 degrees. Now we're sort of on our way. We can get 6, 7, and 1 from this corner here because 1 is 136. And so is 6 because they're vertical. And 7 is 44. Okay, so we have 1, 6, and 7 we figured out like that. Now, angle 2 we figure out using this triangle here. Okay, now the way we figure out angle 2 is we add 81 and 44, and then we subtract 180 to get angle 2. So 81 plus 44 is 125. So angle 2 has to be 55. No, 55. I hope I have 55 on the answer key. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So that's how I figure out angle 2. Now angle 3 is right here. And angle 3 is not too bad because 55 plus 44, which is this angle here, that's 99. And so 99 taken away from 180 is 81. So that gives me 81 for angle 3. Okay? Now, angle 3 is taken care of. Now, what about angle 4 down here? Oh boy, that's a tricky one. Well, we've got to figure out what this angle is, I think, before we do that. Okay? And this angle is 44 because of the alternate interior angles. Okay, so how do we figure out angle 4? We're going to do 81 plus 44 is 125. So actually, we're going to recognize, oh, boy, I didn't see that. It's corresponding with 2. So this is also 55. Okay, so angle 2 and angle 4 are corresponding. All right. Now that makes sense, I guess, in some sense. But now, what about this angle right here? Well, that's not so bad because that's 136. Okay? They're supplements. And then what about this angle right here? Well, that's not so bad because that's 44. Now, angle 8, you figure out with these two angles here, 75 and 44. So 75 plus 44, all right, that's 119. Okay? So 119 taken away from 180 is 61. That's the measure of angle 8, is 61. All right, last angle 9, we're going to figure out using 136 plus 28. So we do 136 right there plus 28. All right, that's 164. And we take that away from 180 and we end up with 16. All right, we're done. You can fill in the blanks, okay? So fill in the blanks here with 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that on your own, okay? That's not so bad. You can do it. If you want to check the answer key, you can. I think I have them right here. Okay, 136, 55, 81, 55, 44, 136, 40, oops, that must be 44, 119, 16, okay? All right, moving on to the chart. All right, find the missing information on the chart. Well, this is N. The name of the shape is N. So triangle, quadrilateral, hexagon, pentagon, all of those. Heptagon, dodecagon. Okay, you got to Google that stuff. Okay, so the number of diagonals is N minus 3. Because with a diagonal, you see, if I have a diagonal, say this is part, and from, if I want to draw like a diagonal from one vertex, I have N minus 3 places to go because the number of vertices is N, right? But I can't go to this one with the diagonal from here. I can't go to this one with the diagonal from here, and I can't draw a diagonal back to itself. So the number of diagonals I can draw is like N minus 3, okay? So the number of diagonals is n minus 3. The total number of diagonals is n minus 3 times n divided by 2. And the sum of the interior angles is n minus 2 times 180. And each interior angle is n minus 2 times 180. Oops, not divided by 180. Times 180 divided by n. Or it's the supplement of each exterior angle, because each exterior angle is 360 divided by n. And remember, this is n. This is a number, okay? So if n equals 60, the number of diagonals from each vertex is going to be 57, okay? And the number of diagonals totally, all right, is going to be 60 times 57 divided by 2. Now that number is 1,710. So 1,710. The sum of the interior angles is 58 times 180. And that number is 10,440. Oops. 10,440 degrees. So if I added up all the interior angles of a 60-sided polygon, I would get 10,440. Now each interior angle is 10,440 divided by 60. Now, before I get that answer, I want to tell you that each exterior angle is 360 divided by 6, which is much easier, or 60, which is 6 degrees, which is much easier to figure out. And then if these two are supplements of each other, then this is 174 degrees, okay? All right, so let's look at the next row. It's 40 degrees for each exterior angle. Let me tell you what an exterior angle is. Okay, each polygon has a vertex, and then this angle is interior, and this one on the outside is exterior. And you can see that they're supplements of each other. So this is 140, okay? Now the sum of the interior angles is going to be figured out finding n. And in order to find n in this problem, you have to use the fact that each exterior is 40 degrees. So I'm going to take that 360 and divide it by 40 to figure out that that's 9. So that means that there's 9 exterior angles. There's 9 vertices. So that is my n for this row. So in this problem, n is 9, which is called a nonagon. Now, the number of diagonals from the vertex is pretty easy to do. It's 6. The total number of diagonals is 27. And if I wanted to figure out the sum of the interior angles, I would do 9 minus 2 times 180. All right, which is 7 times 180, which is, excuse me, 1,260. All right. The next row has 150 for each interior angle. That means each exterior angle is 30 degrees. Now 360 divided by 30 is 12. So that's called a dodecagon. Okay, and that's 9 diagonals from each vertex. And now I'm sort of running out of time because I have 15 minutes, so I'm going to complete this chart. So this is part 1 of homework 50. So I'm going to stop the video, complete the chart, start the video again. Okay, so see if you can fill in the chart. All right, so I did finish the chart. This problem here, okay, this row here, I started out by figuring out n. Right here, I said n minus 2 times 180 equals 3,240. And then I got n equals 20 right there. Okay? So see if you can get these numbers in here to do the rest of the chart.